We finally know something about the Void Century. And my God, is it good. Hey guys, welcome back to Everything Anime Podcast. I'm your host, Shinry. Here at the Everything Anime Podcast, talk about from anime, manga, video games, TV shows, and whatever relevant topic I'm talking about. Today's video is on One Piece chapter 114. Now, where we last left off, Vegapunk was revealing his two sins against the world government. The first sin was revealing that the entire world is going to sink. That was the major revelation we were left on. That was the cliffhanger. And when this chapter opens up, we get the reaction of what people think about that. They all start laughing. They're like, ah, Vegapunk, what a cruel joke you're gonna play on us. Like, oh, the world's gonna sink under the sea. Ha ha ha, how hilarious. And again, in real life, and even our present day, global warming is a crisis. Like, you know, they are talking about the water levels rising as the land will sink into the ocean, because when the earth started, everything was covered in ocean. So everything returning to the sea kind of makes sense. But to put it in One Piece perspective, he's like, look, if you don't believe me, by the time I die, there's going to be an earthquake. Which there was an earthquake before he died. And he goes on to say, if there is an earthquake, that means the water has risen 1 meter above sea level. He's like, most places have become uninhabitable because of that. And he's like, you know, within a few more years, 5 meters, everything's going to be under the sea. Now, I'm just mind blown because we get like various glimpses around the world, including Impel Down, where Doflamingo is laughing to Magellan. He's like, ah, he's like, Magellan, remember when the sea level rose like 1 meter and everybody freaked out? He's like, oh, what's gonna happen if the water rises 5 meters? Are we gonna be completely submerged? Because Impel Down, as we know, is under the ocean, it's under the sea, but because of how they have it like formed, they're kind of safe. But yes, if the water rises any higher, it'll get inside and they will all drown, because a lot of them are devil fruit users. A lot of them have sea prison stone cuffs on, so they will all drown, even a Magellan. So that was insane. But Vegapunk goes on to say, now it's time to tell you about my second sin. And this is where the five elders like, we gotta stop that fucking transmission right now. Kill everybody. Leave nobody left behind. Destroy everything but the mother flame. And we're going to get to that in a second. But he's like, Vegapunk is like, okay, I'm going to start telling you about the second sin. I did research on the Void Century. The event from 900 years ago to about 700 years ago, 800 years ago, there is a 100-year gap of history missing. All we know is that the world government erased this from history. The only people that have knowledge of it are those who wrote it on the poneglyphs. And even everything I've deciphered from the poneglyphs is just a small truth. He's like, there's more obviously outside of this that I could speculate, but I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to tell you a lie. I'm only going to tell you what I know that I've read from the poneglyphs. I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth is, one thing I forgot to mention that I feel is pretty important. We got confirmation that Sal from Robin's flashback is alive. It was already teased before that he might be alive, but now you get confirmation. You see him as a shadow in the background listening to Vegapunk's message on an island by himself, and he does his dare she laugh. So it just shows like every One Piece character that's introduced, no matter how small, may have a larger impact later in the story. Because yeah, they've always had major impacts to their background, like Laboon, who was this giant whale that you met going over the Grand Line that you thought was just like a random thing, is connected to Brook. You got Sal from Robin's backstory, who's confirmed to be alive and helped Robin, like, you know, accept like you'll find friends. You got like Kushina, who was Zoro's friend that died but looks like the Shigi. You know, you've got all these things coming back into play. And so I just want to mention that, like, Sal is alive, and that's a great thing, because that means, like, Robin could meet Sal again potentially and, you know, introduce him to all her friends. You know, Brook is going to see Laboon again. That's going to be a great reunion. Plus, he'll meet Luffy again, because Luffy told Laboon he's a part of his crew. So just very powerful, very cool stuff. Just wanted to mention that. Is that Joy Boy was the first ever recorded pirate. And he goes to say his body was made of rubber and that he could do whatever he wanted. That is Luffy. Luffy the Sun God was the first ever pirate in the Void Century. Now, is it all about Joy Boy? I don't know. But that is one thing that is crazy cool. Now, we do get a glimpse of this Mother Flame, including a glimpse of Emu, hearing this information. Celestial Dragons hearing about the information. They don't know what he's talking about. But Emu knows what he's talking about. The Celestial Dragons know what he's talking about. But the Mother Flame is like this, looks like an eternal fireball, and it's trapped in this giant machine. So the Mother Flame is another big mystery. We don't know what the fuck that is. This is the first time since we got to Egghead Island we even heard the word Mother Flame. So I don't know what that is, but I know it powers like basically all Vegapunk's knowledge and his machines. It's how he's created so many magical mysteries. So that is crazy cool. Trying to think if there's anything else happening. The giant robot from 800 years from the Void Century is still coming. It's walking towards the battlefield, and the Marines are talking about how they can't stop it, like nothing they're doing is working against it. Oh my god, I don't know what's going to happen next, and we have another 2 weeks to wait, which I'm okay with that. I'm okay with waiting. But like these major reveals, I knew it. I knew at some point we would get something about the Void Century. We are too close to the end game to not know anything about the Void Century. And Joybo being the first pirate was a pretty cool reveal. The world about to sink under the sea, another crazy cool reveal. But man, I want to know more. We still got major villains to deal with. We've got Akainu, Blackbeard, taking on Okiji, saving Gwarp, Kobe becoming the Marine Fleet Admiral. Like, oh, are we going to Elbaf? Is this Elbaf? Like, is Elbaf and Egghead Island combined? I don't know. Man, this is so good. This is such great storytelling. I love it. I don't think I have much else to say. I'm hoping the next chapter we see more about the Void Century, like Vegapunk, because he's racing against time. The world government is going to destroy the whole island. So maybe we're going to get a cutoff after Vegapunk says something like really fucking dramatic, or I don't know. And that's what makes a story amazing, is when you have mystery, when you want to know more. So yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. Amazing chapter, Oda. Keep it up. I cannot wait to see how One Piece ends. I cannot wait to see how the rest of the story ends. Yeah, see you guys in the next video. Talk later. And that's all for now. Bye. Hey guys, this video was sponsored by me, the author of the Shinry series, the Chronicles of Wayne, and Monsterverse. So I figured I'd do this outro a little bit different by showing you guys what you guys will be checking out. So, the Shinry series starts with Book 1, Shobu Samurai Project Aryoku. 10 years after the death of his parents, Shobu Samurai returns home, seeking vengeance, but instead faces the choice to save his home from shadow creatures, blood beasts, and an organization once thought dead. Shinry's Shobu Samurai starts at $9.99. And if you love anime, manga, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, Fairy Tail, Shaman King, Rave Master, Zatch Bell, anything like that, the Shinry series is definitely the series for you. You'll definitely want to check it out. The Sword of Light is probably the thickest one so far. And then these books are 2. This is Enter the Dread Zone Tournament, and the series original ending, Arado, the Legendary Conjuring Master. So, and I'll just show you guys some of the covers. Really proud of all of these. But I hope you guys check it out. If you don't like that, I also have the current published books for the Chronicles of Wayne, Love Be Damned, Cotton Candy, Full Moons, Fabled Lovers, A Cursed Virgin's Bite. If You Go Where Monsters Dance, Red Will Rain Over Your House. Love Be Damned. Now, the Chronicles of Wayne is about a geeky guy, or a nerdy guy in high school. His senior year, he has a crush on the hottest guy in school, because of course he does. He's only got one best friend, and her name is Barb. Well, the hottest guy in school turns out to be a werewolf. And to make the story more interesting, he bites Wayne and turns Wayne into the first ever wolfman in the last 10 years. And because of that, it was also a sacred law that wolfmen should never be created. I don't want to get into too much of the Chronicles of Wayne without spoiling it, but I can tell you it's very short. This one sells for $6.99, and Love Decays right after it. The ending of this trilogy, Love Be Liberated, comes out in October. So I'm going to definitely do a more full in-depth review of this one. But yeah, it's an LGBT fantasy fiction story about werewolves, vampires, white witches, a dark warlock, and, well, many, many more surprises to come. So if you guys like to read, I definitely recommend. These are all the books so far in the Shinry series, except for Shinry's Beginning. I do have that one, but it's just not here with me. But yeah, I appreciate a like, support, or just a review on Amazon. Either way, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.